Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I call you my friend whether you've been with me since the beginning or you're brand new. I just appreciate that you take the time to watch my videos. This is updates. I do this almost every weekend and I tell you what I've been up to, what I'm going to work on. Sometimes I tell you what I messed up, organizational changes in my craft room, just whatever's going on. I update you, and it's little things that aren't important enough to have their own video. I just found that real life crafting doesn't always warrant a video of its own. So let me tell you what's going on this week. I have happy mail from Pam, so let's take a look at that. I haven't checked my box in at least a couple days, so don't worry if you sent me something. Look at this. She has this really cool tree stamp with an owl sitting in it. On the back, she's got a jack-o'-lantern with this cool scrolly and little jack-o'-lanterns in it. Very neat. Let's see what she made. It kind of got beat up on the way here. I didn't do that. Oh my gosh. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, look. Look at these puffy pumpkins. Oh, I have a puffy sticker problem, you know. Those are so cute. And Pam, I loved how you combined the puffy stickers and the pumpkin paper. It looks adorable, and honestly, I might not have been courageous enough to do that. I think I would have stopped before I put the puffy stickers on, and I need to be more brave probably and just do that. That is so cool. I love it. She wrote this card to me on Joy of Blue Day, which is the 12th. So she said, Happy Joy of Blue Day. And she's just been busy goofing off. And I think that's fabulous. I love this paper. It is really cool. I don't know what collection this is from, but it has script on the pumpkins and cool patterns, and she's layered it all up. Love it. And these puffy stickers feel really cool. I'd like to know more about them. I'm not going to run out and buy them necessarily, but maybe just be on the lookout for that brand of them or something. Love them. Thank you so much, Pam. Super cute. I think I'm going to do some more fall cards. I didn't use up all my stuff, and I haven't cleaned it up. And I'm not done with fall. I started really early this year, but I just get so excited. So excited. Okay, storage updates and things like that. Last week, I said something about a little jar, and Cheryl said that she has a quart-sized jar. She left a comment, and she puts her fabric, threads, bits of lace in it. My little tiny jar was not working, especially for the metallic threads, which I love, but they're kind of unruly, and I needed a bigger jar. So I think I'm going to cap it at this size, Cheryl, and not let it get to quart. Maybe I should switch it to a wide mouth so I could actually reach in there. So far, I haven't actually used anything out of it, but I like the idea of acquiring them and then putting them in fun bits when you sew embellishments and stuff. So I think that'll be good. I've been telling you about the tape I use for die cutting and where I stand on it. I loved this one, and for reasons I'm not sure of, they stopped making it. It wasn't very economical, but I liked it, and you could use it over and over, and if you look at my magnet wall, you'll see bits of this purple, and you just keep running it. Then I was trying blue tape, but my problem with blue tape was I failed to, remove the sticky once, and after that I saw some people who, they put it on their hand, and then they pull it, or they put it on their jeans. Just make it a little less sticky. Made in the US, very economical, big time. And not plasticky, so biodegradable. Noni picked up this stuff. She saw it on some other video. It's called highlighter tape. I worry because it seems plasticky to me. So, you know, the environmental side of me, plus it has a plastic dispenser. I like it, and I was using it, but it has been frustrating me for two reasons. Number one, sometimes when I die cut with it, the sticky is on the front. How do I explain that? So I'm not going to stick it on this adorable guy, but say I had put the die over him and put this down. After I die cut it, it's like it smushed the tape so hard. There's a little bit of sticky on here, and you have to clean it off, either with the adhesive tape or just roll it off. I don't like that. I don't like things being sticky. And it tears. it's not as visible. And so I wouldn't encourage you to run out and use this. I think if this is really gone forever, I'm going to go back to this. I mean, I'll probably keep using this, but like I always say, don't buy something just because I have it. It might be that I'm testing it. It might be, it was the only thing I could find at the time. It might be that 10 years ago when I bought my products, that's what was available. So that's where I stand on the die cutting tape. I'd get yourself some painter's tape. Go look in the garage. In Canada, I think this is green. I have a roll from a Canadian friend, and it's like this color green. So I don't know that it's blue everywhere, but in the US, we call this painter's tape, and it's a little bit less damaging than masking tape. I wanted to show you Noni's coloring on these Stamps of Life things that she did for me. Eileen gave me this stamp set and die, and super cool. It's a little squirrel with a wagon. He says, "I'm nuts about you." And Noni prepped all these, and then she realized we need something in the wagon. And the flowers don't make a lot of sense for fall. I guess you could color them more like sunflowers. They should have done a whole thing of nuts for this, right? So I think she stamped a bunch of nuts and she's going to color them, and then I can fill my little wagons with nuts. But look how cute he is. I think he's cute even without his wagon full. But the sentiment, "I am nuts about you," would make a lot more sense. And you can't do sending you a wagon full of love, I think, if it's just empty. I don't know, maybe you can. So anyway, I just wanted to show you her fancy coloring. It's pretty fabulous. Andrea and I went on an outing today. And what we did was we went to Mecca in Eugene, Oregon. It is a creative reuse store. It's very different than the one I went to in Olympia recently. The one in Olympia is, would you ever use the word posh with a creative reuse store? I think you would for the one in Olympia. The one in Eugene is a little messier. You shop out of plastic bins. You know, you just got to be able to roll with the thrift shopping, but still great stuff. So what we did was we took donations there. I did a giant bag. So Mr. Crafting and Relaxing asked me, how did I net today? Net less stuff. And that's the goal, right? To have stuff that you love, but not stuff that you don't love. When Andrea was cleaning out her stash, she had a ton of enamel dots that she bought on some big discount, and she brought them over to me. And the funny thing is, I just finished Smash That Small Paper Pad, and if you watch that process video, which I'm still in the process of editing, you will see that I didn't have very many enamel dots, and I pulled some out to put on the cards. Wow, now I'm set. And Noni, I will share with you if you like, but I think you have lots of enamel dots too, because I've seen your drawer. And she also brought me these, so super fun. Those are new things that came in and I'll make room for. And then she brought me some stuff for my bird journal. I might have to make more than one, you guys, because there's just so much cool stuff. That's an art impression stamp. And then I think I have one of these too. So anyway, I'm thinking bird journal. That bin is filling up pretty nicely, and as I've been tidying, I found some stuff for it. I also brought the transfer gel duo home from Noni's because I might want to prep some stencils and do some foiling on them. I'm not on a tight deadline for any collabs right now, so I'm just goofing off. When Andrea and I went to Mecca today, I'll do a video of that haul, and you'll see it later in the week because it's too much for just right now. But we also hit a couple other thrift stores, and I picked up this punch for $1.99. If we assume it works, then it was a pretty good deal. Not too bad. I like these little punches. I like this shape, and I like to make flowers and layer them up. And I couldn't remember if I had this exact one, but when I got home, I didn't. I have the green one. So look at that, Andrea, green and purple. So I'm excited that I picked that up, $1.99. And I'm thinking about going through my punches pretty aggressively and thinning some out. You'll see in a tidying video that is coming out later in the week. I went through the woodblock stamps on my wall and traded out to make space. And I think that's what we have to do. You can keep getting new stuff if you want, but you have to make room. This is another treasure that I picked up. When we were in Eugene, we went to a place that is a thrift store to support animals. The name of it is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, but I think it's an acronym for something. I picked up a giant bag of treats for Wilson because it also has a pet store component. And this is the only thing that I actually picked up from the thrift part itself. 50 cents, assorted tissue paper. It was in clearance for 25. And Andrea saw this bird. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this definitely would have sold better had they not folded it up so much. It's wrapping paper, and somebody saved it and donated it. I will use it. This is gorgeous, gorgeous tissue paper. So I will unwrap it carefully and put this in my bird journal bin. I'm making like a kit, just like I do for lots of other stuff. Look at that bird. That's pretty cool. Love it. Ooh, here's some more. So there's another bird. I have 2 more birds right there. I'll just flatten those out. And then these were just solids. Nothing wrong with blue tissue paper though, huh? So not bad, but probably not 50 cents worth, especially since this one has tape on it, but definitely 25. That's that concept that creative reuse stores get to take advantage of ephemera, and will pay a lot for just a little bit of goodness. Because I don't need a whole roll of it. I took so much stuff to Mecca today to donate. I was pretty proud of myself because I really went through some categories. I have many more categories to go through. Didn't finish everything, but had a great time. I've been thinking about how I store things, and I'm kind of fascinated to hear how you store your ephemera, because I make kits, right? And I've talked about my bird journal kit, or I have all the pet stuff together, but I have a tendency with small cute things to store like items together, meaning I keep all the butterflies together. I keep all the stamps together. This is blue, so this one makes a little more sense. But then I don't use the stamps because I never think I need a stamp here. My brain says I need a focal point. So I've been thinking about taking them and resorting them more like I do with my tags by color, and throwing these in with some green and purple things, this in maybe with a pop of red, and just resorting and saying, okay, here's some purple items. I don't know how this kind of got weird, but I have a whole bunch of these little bins, and I'm just trying to think about how do you sort your cute stuff and what do you do with it? When I went to Lost and Found Crafts, and she had that little thing of birds and different categories, I thought, that is how I do things, but then they don't really get used. Like, here's a category of die cut butterflies, but when I made those cute little ephemera things that were all stitched together, I didn't use any of these, and they would have been adorable. So how do you store yours? And I realize maybe normal people don't have as much junk sitting around as me, like especially people like Heather who live in New York and have to put their stuff away at the end of the night. I get it. I just like to hear. The other thing that I am cooking up this weekend and thinking about is I think I want to order some bead tools. Little tiny pliers, a couple sets of them. I saw a lady doing jump rings and she twisted one and then she twisted the other, and it took 2 pairs of pliers. I don't know anything about jewelry making stuff. I was on Amazon a little bit, and I think I want the little pliers and the jump rings. So if you have a brand preference, if you have an idea, email me a link. If you see this Sunday, probably. If you see it after Sunday, probably too late. But maybe email me a link or message me on Instagram. If you try and put a link in a YouTube comment, it usually dumps you into spam, but I can check there too to keep an eye out. So those of you who actually do beadwork or have any knowledge, maybe you can tell me. I'm not going to make a bunch of jewelry. I just want to have them around for different things, and I break a lot of jewelry too. And some of the sets have like 5 things. I don't think I need 5, do I? I think probably those 2 little pliers is all I need, and maybe the cutter, but I have a cutter in the garage too. But those tiny little pliers I'm excited about. I'll give you a peek. I have some tidying videos coming, but this is what it looks like. It gets a little tricky to share. Wilson just had a fit and went outside, so I don't know what's going on. But I was saying it gets a little tricky to share like real-time videos and mix in my collaborations and stuff, but I'm just trying to keep going with it. So you'll see a tidy video and then a video where I emptied out that cart and made a bunch of changes. And then I'm thinking about going through my punches. This big one doesn't work very well. I don't really use this one. I have two kinds of circle dies, circles nesting and circles stitched. I don't think I need those punches. Just kind of making some changes and thinning. And I've really been trying to get ready for winter. This is messy, but not too bad. I know what it all is. It's mostly sorting. That counter over there's a little bit rough. So that's what's going on in my craft room. And those of you who have YouTube channels, when you are accepting sponsorships, really think about who you're supporting and ask questions. I'm getting a ton, as my channel gets bigger, of emails that are not, the grammar isn't very good, the websites are beautiful. And when I ask where the products are made or what countries they're working in and who they're supporting, the answer is always the same. So really think about when you're using products on your channel or you're supporting someone or you're promoting products, who are you taking care of? And is it helping your neighbors? That's my soapbox for today. Hope that doesn't offend anyone, but I think that once you start making videos and growing, you maybe have a little more responsibility than other people. Okay, take care, and I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing and having a great weekend, and stay safe. Bye-bye.